My elderly neighbor left me everything in her will, and now her son who abandoned her is coming for what's mine. Mrs. Peterson died holding my hand, not her son's yesterday. Her lawyer told me she left me her Victorian home worth $1.2 million. Parent the house. Her son Thomas tried to force her to sell for years. This morning Thomas showed up on my doorstep with moving trucks and a team of lawyers. What he doesn't know is that I've spent 5 years recording every conversation with his mother, including when she told me how he forged her signature to empty her bank accounts when she refused to move to a nursing home. I met Gloria Peterson 5 years ago when I moved into the tiny apartment next door. She was 83, fiercely independent, and had the sharpest mind of anyone I knew despite her frail body. Just need a little help with groceries sometimes, she'd say, though we both knew she needed more. I'd carry her groceries up the stairs, change light bulbs she couldn't reach, and eventually started spending holidays with her when it became clear no one else would. During our Sunday tea sessions, she'd show me old photographs, telling stories from when the neighborhood was different, when her late husband was alive, when Thomas was a little boy. He visits on Christmas, usually she told me the first year. By the third Christmas I knew her. Thomas didn't even call. What he did do was send real estate agents. They'd appear monthly, pressuring Gloria to sell her historic home to developers who wanted to demolish it for condos. Thomas says I can't manage alone anymore, she confided, hands shaking around her teacup. He wants me in a facility where I won't be a burden. I started finding certified letters in her mailbox. He'd contacted Elder Services claiming she was incompetent. He'd scheduled meetings with real estate agents without telling her. Then the money disappeared. $212,000 from my accounts, Gloria whispered one morning, showing me bank statements. Thomas said I signed the transfer, but I never did. The bank believes him because he's my son. That's when I suggested we start recording our conversations for protection. I told her as I set up my phone. I documented her mental clarity, her wishes, her fear of her son's intentions. When she got pneumonia last winter, I was the one who took her to the hospital, who brought her home, who stayed nights on her couch to help her to the bathroom. Thomas visited once for 20 minutes, just checking if it's time to sell, I overheard him say. When Gloria recovered, she invited me to accompany her to her lawyer's office. I am updating my will, was all she said. She died peacefully 3 months later. I was holding her hand, reading her favorite Austen novel, when she simply stopped breathing. The lawyer called me yesterday. Mrs. Peterson left you everything, he said. The house, the remaining savings, her personal effects. Her only request is that you don't sell the property to developers. This morning Thomas's black hymn screeched to a halt outside. He emerged with 3 lawyers and 2 moving trucks. I am here to claim my mother's estate, he announced when I opened the door. You'll need to vacate immediately. I smiled and invited them all inside, parent into the home where I'd care for his mother while he was absent, into the living room where my laptop sat open, ready to play 5 years of recordings. Before you start making demands, I said calmly, to hear is something you should hear. Some people abandon their parents when they need them most. Others step in to become the family they deserve. I know which one Gloria chose to reward.